It can be argued that Jamaica's Tia Clayton is one of the new generation of young female sprinters, including the likes of Olympic gold medalist Julian Alfred and world champion Sha Carri. The question is, can Tia Clayton beat Julian and Sha Carri in 2025? Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Now go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, are you ready? Yep, good to go. Fast Elaine, aka the fastest woman alive of the 100 meters, Jamaica's Elaine Thompson-Herah, who is currently, we believe, doing Achilles heel treatment in the United States of America, is one of the athletes that the world still is talking about. People, everybody's still wondering, can she recover? Will she recover? Well, she shared this to social media recently, and I want to know, just asking a question at the very beginning of the video, do you think Elaine Thompson-Herah will be able to recover and be a factor in 2025?
Introducing Peter Lloyd World merchandise, where style meets comfort. From trendy tees to cozy hoodies, we've got something for everyone. Elevate your wardrobe with our high-quality, fashionable designs that make a statement. Whether you're hitting the streets or chilling at home, Peter Lloyd World has you covered. Shop now and upgrade your look with Peter Lloyd World merchandise. Available exclusively at Peter Lloyd World. Link in description below.
Julian Alfred closed out the 2024 season as the Olympic champion and world indoor 60-meter champion. Of course, Olympic champion in the women's 100 meters. And I believe she also won a silver medal, did she? In the women's 200 meters at said Olympic Games, meaning this year's Paris Olympic Games. Julian Alfred is a talk of the town, and we've been talking about Julian Alfred for quite some time here at Peter Lloyd World, and any regular here knows that we have been saying, we said for the entire 2024 season and a part of the 2023 season, when everyone was saying the threat to Sharika and Elaine and Shelley would have been Sha Carri, I kept saying, no, the threat is Julian Alfred, and of course, once more, we proved ourselves to be right. Well, she shared this recently on social media, and I thought it would be really cool to share this with all of you. In this flow track posting, they wrote, quote, "Never give up," end quote. Julian Alfred shares her biggest piece of advice. Wise words from the champ.
Never give up, because I mean it's going to get hard. There will be times where you feel like you'll throw in the towel. Especially when you just don't know what life will throw at you sometimes. And there will be sacrifices that you'll have to make along the way. But I think my biggest one is just never give up. That's my biggest one.
Excellent advice coming from the reigning Olympic champion and world indoor 60-meter champion for 2024. Julian Alfred, who went to school in Jamaica. We were the ones who sparked her in terms of track and field. She has herself admitted that. Incredible talent. Big up to all our brothers and sisters over there in St. Lucia. Proud of, big up to Julian Alfred. Never give up. 400 and 200 meter legendary athlete, the great Michael Johson, who of course is at the helm of the Grand Slam track, which happens in 2025, featuring several of Jamaica's top athletes, including Akira Nugent, Rochelle Clayton, and several others. Made a very interesting comment in an interview with Athletics Weekly, where he said he believes he can save track but not track and field. Found that very interesting. Now remember, I've continuously said to you that track and field should be in the top 3 sports in the world, and it is not. I don't even think we're in the top 5, and I've been saying recently, it's one of the reasons why I like Noah Lyles, because he's bringing attention to the track and field. And of course, the more attention the bigger track and field gets, is the more everybody earns, meaning the athletes, us, the social media commentators, everybody, the countries, everybody. This is a good thing. I found this a really, really interesting statement from him. Now, this is being read from Athletics Weekly. They wrote, Grand Slam track is track. That is what we're doing. I'm going to save what I think I can save. I think I can save track. I don't think I can save track and field. Of course, this quotation comes from Michael Johson when he tells BBC why Grand Slam track features runners only. Pretty interesting. To go on, he's the quadruple. Jesus, what's wrong with me today, people? The quadruple Olympic and 8-time world champion says, my objective is to make the sport of track and field more popular, but you have to pick your battles to do so. Johnson also states that contrary to reports, quote, UK Athletics didn't decline to have a Grand Slam track event, unquote, adding that we engaged with 10 interested cities around the globe, and we decided for year one that we wanted to focus on our energy on the US. The likes of Sydney McLaughlin, Evonic, Gabby Thomas and Sha Carri have already signed up for Grand Slam track. This is the 2025 Grand Slam track schedule. And by now, many of you know that the inaugural Grand Slam track event will take place on April the 4th to the 6th, 2025 in Kingston, Jamaica. The second event will be May 2nd to the 4th in Miami, in the United States. In Philadelphia, USA, May 30th to June the 1st. And in Los Angeles, USA, June 27th to the 29th. I found that a really, really interesting statement. I can save track, but I can't save track and field. This one comes in from Nationwide News. Big up to them always. Nationwide 90 FM wrote, the Jamaica Athletics Administrative Association, the J3As, has finally broke its silence on the matter concerning its sponsorship agreement with Puma. In a release on Tuesday, the J3As confirmed it has renewed the sponsorship contract with Puma. The speculation heightened as rival company Adidas tabled a record-breaking deal of over Jamaican $5 billion over 5 years, a deal which they later increased to close to Jamaican $6 billion per year. $6 billion per year, pretty good. Both proposals were rejected by the J3As, who in their statement says the new Puma deal far exceeds that of the competitor. So when are we going to know the details of this deal, J3As? Can we know the details of the deal, please? All right, but this all goes well for Jamaica track and field. You know, I still think we're the top track nation on the planet. So, the reason why I clicked on the video. There can be no doubt that in terms of Jamaican track and field, in fact, you know, globally, the find out of Jamaica for female track and fields in terms of young track athletes, track stars, has got to be Tia Clayton of the twin turbo Tina and Tia Clayton, who this year had a breakout year, made it through to the finals of the women's 100 meters at the Paris Olympic Games, and in the semi-final round ran the third fastest recorded time for the entire Paris Olympic Games women's 100 meter series. Of course, she also broke ground in terms of a new personal best, an astounding 10.86 seconds at the age of 19, and had her first Diamond League win. Arguably, she is one of the finds, if not the find, out of Jamaica and globally in terms of women's track and field for Jamaican athletes. Now, we also had an incredible year for the likes of Julian Alfred. Alfred, of course, a new personal best and national record of 100 meters for the remarkable St. Lucia of 10.72. And of course, there's Sha Carri Richardson, who had to settle for second in the women's 100 meters at the Paris Olympic Games. In the women's 100 meters, of course, I just said that. What's wrong with me? And of course, her PB is a very impressive 10.65. So, to me, the three young ladies who really sparkled in terms of young female up-and-comers are Jamaica's Tia Clayton, of course, Julian Alfred, who had an incredible year, and also Sha Carri Richardson, who we must give her flowers. The question I have to ask is, do you think, given the progression of young Tia Clayton, will she be able to defeat Julian Alfred? Remember, Alfred PB is 10.72, very, very impressive. And Sha Carri Richardson's, whose PB is an astounding 10.65. And of course, Tia Clayton's is 10.86. The last time all three met was at the Diamond League. Of course, she took on Julian Alfred, Sha Carri Richardson. Of course, this was the first Diamond League where Alfred was taking on Sha Carri Richardson. And of course, Marie-Josée Talu was also there, as well as Dina Asher Smith.
Talu 7 and Clayton in 8 with Battalion 9. Alfred in the orange. Good start from Alfred. She's away now. Really good start from Dina Asher Smith as well. Asher Smith leading at the moment. Are they coming back at her? Yes, here comes Richardson. And Richardson takes it. Richardson and Alfred both.
Now, Tia Clayton was not very impressive in that run against these superstars. But she did in Cilicia Diamond League win, beating a healthy Marie-Josée Talu of Côte d'Ivoire.
Record in the vault to come. Well, a really good start from Tamari Davis, their fourth from right. So Boda's got some running to do here yet. I don't think she's going to win this one. Really good running on the near side too from Tia Clayton. Tia Clayton takes it there on the near side, I think.
Now, this, of course, is my 2 cents. So do I believe that Tia Clayton could, in 2025, if she continues to progress in the manner in which she's been progressing, take on and beat Julian Alfred, the current women's 100-meter Olympic champion and world indoor 60-meter champion, as well as the world champion in the women's 100 meters, Sha Carri Richardson? And my answer is unequivocally, without doubt, yes. And I'm going to tell you why I think this is so. It is evident to me based on, and we've said this in previous videos, but let's go through this point by point. First up, what happened to Tia Clayton this year? No one anticipated. Let's be honest. None of you anticipated. If you say you anticipated this, you are probably deceiving yourself. I concede that I did to some extent believe that this was possible. I did believe, I said it in earlier videos, I could see the evolution taking place. At the very beginning of the year, she started her year very, very well. But 10.86, I'm not going to lie to you, I did not see anything close to that. I didn't see 10.86. Now, the 10.86 that she ran in the semi-finals when she was relaxed and she just wasn't thinking about, I don't think Tia Clayton was thinking about beating anyone. I do not believe that. And she ran her fastest time in the semi-finals again at the Paris Olympic Games. Not her fastest time all year, but fastest time in the Olympic Women's 100 meter series. And I stated earlier, this was the third fastest time. She also won that Diamond League against a fit Marie-Josée Talu of Côte d'Ivoire. But she folded under the pressure of Julian Alfred, Dina Asher Smith, and she did lose to Dina Asher Smith, I think. She ran 3 Diamond Leagues. She won 1 and lost 2. She folded under pressure when she was beaten by Dina Asher Smith, and then she was beaten by Julian Alfred, Dina Asher Smith, Talu, I believe also, and of course Sha Carri Richardson. So what's going on here? I'll tell you what's going on. It's called lack of experience. Tia Clayton, in a very, very short period of time, at the age of, I think, 19, was suddenly on the world stage. She had the hopes of the entire Jamaica on her back, and she was young. Many people are comparing her to the next Shelly and Fraser Price, when Shelly and Fraser Price had that breakout year. But Shelly and Fraser Price was 22, if my memory serves me correctly. She wasn't 19. And Shelly and Fraser Price had some amount of experience. Tia Clayton had no experience. Last year, she didn't do very much. And then there was this massive jump in terms of her time, her talent, and her speed. I think all that happened, the inconsistencies you saw were psychological. It wasn't her capacity to run faster. It was just her adjusting to all of this, the attention, the pressure. Because remember, Sharika was hurt, Shelly was hurt, Elaine was hurt, and she was the hope. So the entire Jamaica dumped our hopes on this little girl. I really think psychologically, that's why she was so inconsistent. I believe come 2025, she'll be running a whole lot faster than 10.86. I think she'll be running closest to something like a 10.80. And 10.80 means that on a good day, she can beat Sha Carri, and she can definitely beat Julian Alfred. Alfred, remember, the athlete is not going to run their PB every year. Sha Carri Richardson did not do that this year. She didn't. If she had ran 10.86, nobody would have been able to beat her. Anything could happen. So I honestly believe that what happened last year with this young lady was inexperience. We know she has a flat speed. We have seen it. Once she gets that psychological boost, once she understands that, you know, these are just other human beings, they're nothing special, you can beat them, you've beaten them before, it's going to be game on. I really think, honestly speaking, just on that one basis, because she definitely has a flat speed. 10.86 is no joke. We saw her run a win-aided 10.83. When she crossed the tape at the Diamond League in Cilicia, it had said 10.81, but it turned out to be 10.83, but it was win-aided. This young lady is exceptional, and she's just turned 20. So 2025, if she is healthy, and she will be, I'm going to speak that into being, she gonna be trouble. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that Julian and Sha Carri already have her in their periphery, in their sights. They know. So yes, I believe unequivocally she can beat and will beat Sha Carri and Julian Alfred if all continues to develop and she's healthy. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, don't forget to support us at printify.com. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and hit the like button. Let me know if you agree with me or you think I'm just babbling. You are royals, kings and queens. Bless up.